For us, there's only one person who could play that role. Only one. And she's here. I'm going to introduce her to you now. Please, welcome to the stage, Natalie Portman.
How does it feel to be back in the MCU, but this time holding the hammer?
Feels pretty good. Always had a little hammer envy. So.
What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Christian and welcome to Zero Productions. You guys, Thor, Love and Thunder, Thor 4 was officially announced at Comic-Con, and let's talk about it. Now, where does this film take place? Because obviously this film is going to be coming out before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which will be a part of Phase 5. But Thor, Love and Thunder, directed by Taika, hits theaters November 5th, 2021. Now, James Gunn is currently working on the Suicide Squad for Warner Brothers. He stated he will not be working on Guardians 3 until he is done with the Suicide Squad. And the Suicide Squad doesn't come out till what? Sometime next year. So they probably won't start filming Guardians 3 until possibly late fall of next year. Even the start of 2021, to be honest with you. So I wonder where Thor Love and Thunder takes place, because at the end of Endgame, Thor is a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He leaves Earth. Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie is now the king of Asgard. And he leaves to go with the Guardians. So if Thor Love and Thunder takes place after Guardians 3, we're going to need all what happened. We're going to need an explanation of what took place during Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But I'm still so excited for Thor Love and Thunder. That title is just ridiculous. It's a Taika title, and I love it. They're really giving this man all the creative control he wants when he's making these movies. Because when they did Thor Ragnarok, the rebirth of Thor, I really, really loved that movie. And I feel like it was the route that it needed. It was the right route that it needed to go in order for Thor to really adapt and evolve. And of course, over Infinity War and Endgame, he is not the same character from Age of Ultron. It's just so different, and I love it. I love the whole comedic aspect of Thor in the MCU. It's great. But Chris Hemsworth is returning, Tessa Thompson is returning, and they also got Natalie Portman to return for Thor Love and Thunder. That was such a huge surprise to me. I was like, holy shit, Natalie Portman is coming back. Now, I didn't necessarily like her character in Thor 1 and Thor the Dark World. I didn't think she was written well. And hence, Thor 1 and Thor the Dark World weren't good movies. They just weren't. So with Taika taking over and a whole new creative control, I feel like they're going to make her much badass. Now, why? Well, apparently, Taika has been reading some of the Jason Aaron comics from 2014. I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he had his old iteration of Lady Thor and Thor, the Goddess of Thunder, which is Jane Foster. Now, I've never read any of those comics, but now that they announced that they're going this direction, I'm going to have to up my knowledge and read these comics. But Jane Foster, Natalie Portman will be playing Thor, the Goddess of Thunder, in Thor Love and Thunder. How crazy is that going to be? It's mind-blowing to me that they're going this route. It's insane, but I love it. I love it. The level of excitement, just the team up with Valkyrie, Thor, and Jane Foster as Thor. It's going to be crazy. I can only imagine what threat level what main antagonist or villain is going to be in this next one. Maybe Hela might return. Who knows? I'll be down to see Hela again. I really love Hela in Thor Ragnarok. But it's going to be pretty interesting to me that they're going this route when we're talking Natalie Portman's Jane Foster. It's going to be cool. I can't wait. But let me read you guys some of this. All right. The astrophysicist Foster became the Goddess of Thunder in the comic book writer Jason Aaron's Extraordinary Thor series that started in 2014. Foster was dying of cancer, but she found herself worthy of the hammer when Thor himself suddenly becomes unworthy. He would go to call himself the Odin's son and ride a freaky giant goat, while Foster's Thor fought for justice. The only problem was that when she became Thor, the transformation each time would cause all the progress Foster had made with her chemotherapy to vanish. Being a superhero, being Thor was the right thing for Foster to do, but it was literally killing her, which made her all the more heroic and thus all the more worthy of wielding the hammer. Now, I don't know if they're going to go down that route. It can be a completely different iteration of what they're planning on doing, but from what the comic book is, that seems pretty intense, very intense. So I'm curious to know what route they go. But I'm excited. This is some exciting news, and I can't wait for this fourth Thor movie. Thor is the first Marvel hero to get 4 movies. That's a big deal. And also Valkyrie, this is going to be exploring her love interest. She's, as stated, she's going to be looking for her queen as the king of Asgard. So I'm curious to see who's going to be her queen in this movie, her love interest. What else? Oh, another thing, the hammer. It was destroyed in Thor Ragnarok. Then, in Endgame, Thor went back in time and took it from himself. He was still worthy, right? And then Cap takes it as he returns all the stones. But we don't know what happened to that version of the hammer. So how does Jane Foster get this version of the hammer? Interesting stuff that will have to be explained when we're talking, you know, the future of whatever happened at the end game with Cap returning all the stones. I still think they should do a one-off series of each episode of Cap returning literally all the stones. We're talking soul stones, going to Vormir, like shit like that. I want to see. I'm so interested to see what really goes down when Cap returns each and every one of those stones to the rightful place when going back in time. But how does she get the hammer? Because Thor obviously has a Stormbreaker, so he's always going to be worthy of that. And I don't even think the Stormbreaker has that spell of to be worthy of, because Thanos grabbed it from Thor in Endgame and almost put it in his fucking chest. So, but I'm hyped. I'm hyped, you guys. I can't wait to read some of Jason Aaron's run of Thor. I'm going to give you guys, you know, some juicy details whenever I get those comics and read them. More information I know, the more information you guys will know, and we can engage in and discuss the future of these characters. But post your comments down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about Thor: Love and Thunder. Do you like the direction that they are going? And do you think Thor should remain Fat Thor? Post your comments down below, you guys, and thank you for taking time out of your day for watching Zero Productions. Peace.